Hi, my name is Julia Carrasco, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to properly saddle a horse. While this doesn't sound very hard, there is some technical bits that you do have to get correct to make sure that your horse is comfortable. Today I have Dino right here behind me, and over here is Roscoe, who is also going to be joining me today. So to start off, when you're first wanting to saddle your horse, you got to make sure that you do have a clean area where the saddle is going to go. So pretty much from the top of the wither to the top of their butt is where you want to make sure you brush off any large debris like shavings, rocks, leaves, anything that might have gotten on their back that would cause irritation while the saddle is on them. Secondly, personally, I always use a liner under my saddle pad. This is just a very thin piece of felt or cotton that's the same shape as my saddle pad. When putting on the first layer of your saddle, a lot of people is common to put it back further on their back and slide it up into the correct position, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that when you're sliding it up, it's rubbing the hair against the natural way that it grows, and so that can cause some discomfort for them while you're riding them. So what I always do is I start a little bit further up. Obviously you're not going to have your saddle up on your horse's neck, but just slide it back in the same motion as the hair, right? So you put it up higher and you slide it back down. That's about where we want to have this liner, so that it's sitting right at the top of the back of their butt and a little bit in front of their shoulder, right? I also use a felt pad, so I have this gel pad that I use as a little in-between marker between the liner and the actual saddle pad itself. So this just kind of adds a little bit of an extra comfort, so any misfittings that the saddle tree might have, this will help correct it to make the ride a little bit easier on the horse. And then finally, the actual saddle pad, which just goes over and should be long enough to cover all of this, all the other layers. So lastly, you're going to want to obviously put on your saddle. When you are saddling your horse, you kind of want to do the same thing. You don't want to start from the back and slide it up. You kind of want to just lift it up and set it right down on top. You can get your saddle pad to fit your saddle correctly, having 1 to 2 inches in the front of your saddle and 1 to 2 inches in the back of your saddle, right? So you want it to stick out just that little much more in front and behind the saddle. Next thing, when you're saddling your horse, you want to make sure that your cinch is proper length. I use a roping cinch, so it's wider in the middle, it's not straight all the way through. I also use a mohair cinch, which does stretch when you're tightening it on the other side because it is just a looser cotton as opposed to like a neoprene or polyester material cinch. I think these are softer on the horses. You want to make sure that it's not right in their armpit. When you're cinching them up on the other side, you want to hold it a little bit back so it's not up there rubbing on them. With the roper cinch, you want to make sure that it's right between the sternum and the horse's ribs, right underneath here. And same thing with the back cinch. You don't want the connector on your front of the cinch and the back cinch to be too loose, because then when you're riding and they'll slip back. And you've all probably been to a rodeo, you know the bucking bronc horses, they have that strap right around here because that causes some irritation. Don't want your horse to start bronching on you. That's pretty much all you really need to know when saddling your horse. There's a lot on saddle fitting and having the correct type of saddle for your horse. Dino's a barrel horse, so he has a barrel racing saddle. That fits him really well, fits him in the shoulders nice and in the back, all the correct bars. And obviously when you sit down on it in the back, it squeezes down a little bit more on that gel pad and all the liners. So it fits him really good. I hope you learned something from this video, and happy to present to you.